Alright guys, now we're going to check on our potatoes, and we're going to pull it off the heat quickly, and I'll take the sort of the biggest looking one, and I'll just quickly show you why you actually start it off in cold water, so it evenly cooks through the whole potato. I've drained the potatoes. Now you just let it sit there and let it steam off, and it'll dry up a little bit. It's just to let off all the excess moisture, just sort of separate it so it's nice and dry and it's not mushy at all, so it's quite nice when you crush it. Alright guys, now we're going to check on our chicken, and it is gently bubbling away, and just be careful when you take it out not to burn yourself. Now the way to check it is if you turn it around and you see that the juices are running clear. You might think that it's cooked, but sometimes it's not. So we're just going to make it easier for you to check, you just slit a little hole in it, and you can see that it's probably got another good 10 minutes left on it, because it's only been cooking for just 10 minutes. So I did say it was going to take 20 minutes. Okay, we'll put it back in the bottom again. Okay, next, that'll be done in about 10 to 15 minutes. Next we have our potatoes, which are nice and dry and crushable. We're going to take a little bit of oil in a medium hot pan, or even a little bit lower. Now we're going to crush, well, it's almost like pan roasting and crushing it at the same time. So I've got a hot pan here. We're going to take it off the heat. I made it a little bit too hot, but I'll season the pan a little bit. Butter in, maybe depends on how much butter you like. I like heaps of butter, and we'll just let that gently not burn, but just go sort of nutty, almost nutty brown like, and then put it back on the heat, and you put your potatoes back in. It's all about controlling the heat, which can be quite difficult, but it's because they're cooked just right. And just let them fry up. And now I'm going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit more, and I'll add my garlic. Do it with this. Depends on how much garlic you want. You can have a little bit, or you can have more than a little bit. Depends on how much garlic you like. I like garlic, so I'll put a little bit more. Give it a little toss around. Let the garlic cook out a little bit. The flavour and that. And then now you can start crushing it. Just gently press and crush. I've got a little bit more butter going in just to finish it off, and I've got fresh parsley, which I also Italian parsley, which I grow at home, and actually I might throw in a teeny little bit of this thyme as well. You don't have to, but I will. And we'll just bunch it up. It doesn't matter if you squash it up. And we'll just chop it up. You don't have to chop it up that way. You can just roughly chop it up like this. Just do it to whatever is easy. And just going to mix it in. Just gentle. We don't want to break it up too much. Otherwise all the nice little crispy parts will be gone. And then I'm going to give it to the little camera girl to taste. She says it needs a little bit more seasoning. So, by the way, I'm using sea salt, which is healthier than normal iodized salt, but you can use whatever salt you want, it doesn't matter, but I prefer to use sea salt. Does it need more pepper?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. There you have it, nice crushed potatoes. We're done. Crushed garlicky potatoes with parsley. Now we're going to check chicken again, and it should be done now. Chicken flavour, quite good actually. And we're going to just take the chicken out. Take our little pot again, and we've got the heat on high. I'm just going to strain the juices quickly in there. And we're just going to let that reduce quickly so we can thicken it up with our creme fraiche. Now you don't have to use creme fraiche, you can also use Philadelphia cream cheese, which is also good for cooking. Don't use normal sour cream because that'll just split. Creme fraiche is just a fancier sort of a cream. I've just changed the liquid into a wider based pan so it reduces faster, and you want to reduce it so it's probably half.
Shake.
And now the liquid has almost evaporated and the flavour's more intensified now. What we're going to do is I'm going to just turn it down a little bit for now. I'm going to cut my chicken into more servable pieces. We're going to add our chicken back into the liquid. Just like that. Just taste the liquid before you. That's quite intense. So what we're going to do is just add a little bit of water. Bring it back up to the boil. We're going to put our mushrooms and leeks back in. And just gently bring it back to the boil. Add a nice big dollop of creme fraiche. Just remember you can also use Philadelphia, and just gently let that mix. And that's what fricassee should be. It's a French stew which is usually made out of chicken. You can also use pork if you wanted to, or veal, or in some cases seafood. But today we're just keeping it nice and simple. And just give it a nice boil, let that reduce. Now the good thing about creme fraiche is that you could give it a lot of heat and it's not going to split on you. I'm going to show you how to serve your chicken fricassee. Now you don't really have to do it this way, but for you guys that want to impress your girl or whatever, you can serve it this way or you can serve it another way. What we're going to do is we're going to take one piece here, one piece here, say another piece. It's right there. Your mushrooms and your leeks, and you're just going to just spoon it around. Chicken as well. You need the sauce because it's all about the sauce in this dish. I've got a little bit of fresh parsley. Now this is more for flavour for me rather than presentation, because I like the taste of fresh parsley, and just a tiny little drizzle of olive oil. And there you have it, chicken fricassee my way. Enjoy guys, and next time I'll be cooking fresh New Zealand green-lip mussels steamed with a white wine and tomato broth. So see you next time.